I don't know if anybody else has gone through this, but I recently had a vision. And in the vision, I was surrounded by darkness. And all of a sudden, I started seeing black things coiling. And I started hearing hissing. And I recognized that it was snakes. It was like black cobras. And they were hissing. And they were rolling around on top of each other like a snake's nest. And I then saw them sitting in a bed. And in the middle of the bed was me. And I was cuddled up, smiling, like relaxed, head on pillow, in the bed with snakes coiling around me, black snakes hissing, and I was smiling like I was in peace. And I jumped up out of the bed and I looked back at the bed, and all the snakes looked at me and they hissed and they tried to jump at me, but they couldn't touch me. I was protected. And what I recognized from that point was I had been coming in contact with the devil through my own lying. Lying had become so much of a normal thing to me that I I felt comfortable in lies. It'd be simple things too. It wasn't anything crazy. It was like God said, "Yo, fast today," and I start to fast, and then 2, 3, 5 hours into the fast, I say, "Oh, you fasted long enough." See, I started pretending to play God voice in my head, and I would be like, "Yo, you did since you did the fast for this like length, that was just a test, and you faithful now, so now you can go and do what you want to." I was giving myself an excuse to like be partially in with God and partially in my desires. So I don't know if anybody else has dealt with that, but I saw myself laying in that bed and I was comfortable in that sin. I was safe there and I felt good until it's like my body literally jumped up and revolted at what I had been laying in. Like it felt like I was laying in feces or something. If I felt so disgusted and humbled. When I jumped away, I jumped out of the bed, I backed away from it. All the snakes, they got up like they weren't comfortable anymore. They looked at me like I betrayed them and they tried to strike at me. But I was protected. It was covering over me that they couldn't bite me. They couldn't attack me. And I ran away from it until I could no longer be near it anymore. And in the real world, I feel like I had to vomit. Like I literally had to fall to my knees because I recognized that I had been comfortable in lies and I had made my bed with the devil. So if this helps anybody, I hope to say, yo, quit making your bed with the devil, because when you're lying, you're taking on the tongue of the enemy. And when you do that, you cannot have alignment with God. So please don't lie to yourself before you lie to anybody else. Don't lie to yourself and don't lie to anybody else in general. Like keep yourself on the straight and narrow path, the one that's harder to do, which is to tell the truth. No matter what happens to you personally, you got to tell the truth.